Hey guys, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World New Off-Grid Project, wired up. No idea what you're hearing. I've got my little wind protection on there. It's windy out. Let's walk around and talk to you for a minute. Got my back to the camera, wind is blowing on my face. So right now the wind is fully blowing on my face. I'm talking in a normal voice. I think I could talk a little quieter with the microphone on me. I'm standing about, I don't know, about 30-50 feet away from you right now on the solar panels. I'm going to go inside my electronics lab and see how well you can hear me from even away that far. If this works out, I have to remember now I don't have to talk so loud. If this works out, then in the future I'll be able to do some really good video and recording work. I know you can't see me. I'm over here. I was just inside the electronics lab. So if this works, this is about the most extreme distance I'll ever have with this wireless system. And with the wind blowing on me as hard as it is, right there's another heavy gust. So let's see how well this works. Now this is an action camera that is cobbled up to a tripod using some Velcro straps. And so this is an experiment to see if this wireless system works. If it does, I'll continue using this setup until I can afford a better camera for the outdoor and the distance work. And then, yeah, we'll see how it goes. So here we've got finer pulverized tomatoes done up for longer in the blender so that it's a finer paste. And this is going to be ketchup. Can I see the container?
Yeah. And this has been simmering for 35 minutes in there.
There's little Michelle. Hi. She's looking right at the camera. Melanie is sleeping, so I took Michelle, and then Mom took her off my hand so I could do a video. This is Mrs. Wages, all natural. Funny thing is, Mom brought the other stuff over to us, and this is the exact same thing I got on half off at our local store. So pretty cool. So this is a ketchup mix. You can make it yourself, and we're going to cover that in an article. We're going to do an article on making the salsa with all natural mix and from scratch. We're going to do an article on how to make ketchup with the Mrs. Wages all natural mix and from scratch. Although today we're only doing one video covering the mixes rather than doing it from scratch, just because we don't want to make my mom work too much in the kitchen, right, Mom?
Right.
You're helping so much. I've got the sugar for, is mincemeat pie, right?
No, this sugar is for the ketchup.
This is for the ketchup, okay. And we have the makings for mincemeat pie as well for another day for this week.
But
so
now we're going to add 6 ounces of tomato paste and 1 cup of vinegar and stir it and bring it to a boil. And when that's done, I'm going to slowly add 1.5 cups of sugar. And then we'll let that simmer for a little bit, and then we will process it.
okay, I guess I'll take the baby off your hands.
I guess that would
put
be
my
good.
camera down.
Mwah.
So 1 cup of vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our ketchup again, guys. Making ketchup this time. Michelle is sitting in the stroller, strapped down, ready for a ride. Only so that she can't escape for a minute. Melanie's trying to get some sleep because she hasn't slept all night. But Michelle wants Melanie.
Well, I think Michelle's getting ready.
She might be getting hungry, yeah. Yeah, it's getting that time. So anyway, we're going to put this in. I'm going to go take care of Michelle. We're going to get this in here. And then we're going to cook it for a while. 25 minutes, I think it is.
No, it's just going to be a little bit.
Till it's going to thicken?
I'm going to bring it to a boil, and then I'm going to let it simmer a bit, and then I will slowly add
the sugar.
The sugar.
Okay, this will be curious to see how this works out. Alright, I gotta go take care of her. Okay, we're going to stir in 1.5 cups of sugar slowly. I'm going to pass this on to my mom. And I'm going to get you a 1/2 cup. Is a 1/2 cup dry? No, I'm going to dry it and then I'll take this on over to her, and she's stirring that in slowly. And then we'll add the mix, which should probably thicken it. So I got to get my hands free so I can dry this thing. Got another half cup here. I'm going to set that down, and I'm going to take this one away. You got it? Mm-hmm. Down in the sink. I'm curious to see how this goes when we add the sauce mix.
It's getting heavier.
Is it getting thicker? The sugar is thickening it?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that weird?
That would thicken it, but it's getting heavier feeling.
Heavier feeling.
More solid in it, maybe.
Yeah, I guess the sugar might do something to it. Well, we'll turn on the camera again when we start adding the sauce mix. Probably a minute or two. Well, here we go, guys. Just got to pour it in and stir it in. So we had to bring this to a boil and then stir in the sugar and then stir in the sauce mix. And what did it say, 5 minutes, Mom?
Yeah.
It's going to cook for 5 minutes. And then we can can it, right? Mm-hmm. Then we're going to do a water bath as well, right?
Yeah, for water bathing.
Okay. Curious to see. This is my first time ever, so it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. Alright guys, we're going to stir it a few minutes and we'll be back. Well, we just did a taste test, and what's it taste like, Mom?
Ketchup!
It tastes just like ketchup. That is so weird. I didn't expect that, because we did it. No, I mean, homemade is not always exactly like the store. It tastes just like ketchup. How cool. Well, it's going to thicken a little bit more, and then we'll put it into the jars and do the water bath. But I am happy with the flavor so far. Alright guys, we are canning ketchup. This is so fun, Mom, from our own food. Isn't that neat?
Years ago, I made ketchup from the Ball Blue Book of Canning, and it took forever because you had to wait for it to cook down.
Oh, this took a little bit longer though. This took longer than the salsa did.
Oh, of course it did.
We had to cook it down a little. There it is, guys, our first jar of ketchup, and it tastes just like ketchup. I am just so amazed. So we're putting that in the water bath for 25 minutes? No, 40 minutes.
40
this one
minutes.
said 40 minutes. Well, guys, you know about the water bath. We're just going to boil it, and we'll see you guys in a little while.
Grocery slip.
Well, guys, here's a dozen salsa, medium and mild. I've labeled them. And we've got 4 over there. So we've got 16 pints of salsa, which we will use for pasta and cooking and whatever else, as well as chips. So there's that. And then
6 pints
of ketchup cooking. And then check this out, guys. That looks like ketchup. And look at how thick. It's really thick. So we've taken a little bit out that we're going to use in our sandwiches tomorrow. And yeah, look at that. That looks good. Really good and thick. So we'll try that on our sandwiches tomorrow, and we'll give you an update on the article, because I'll be doing that. We'll be doing this tomorrow, and this video will be up tomorrow morning. So I'll be able to update the article for you and tell you how it was. So make sure you go ahead and check out the articles. Hey everybody, this is the next day, and Mom actually worked out here while I was running around doing other things that were not exciting for video, and she processed the last of the tomatoes into quart jars and got, oh, they're still hot. Okay, so we got about seven quarts of tomato sauce, 6 pints of ketchup, and 16 pints of salsa. So I think I did the math and came up with about 36 pints worth of tomatoes we had in that harvest. And that's pretty decent. That's a fair amount of tomatoes for one harvest. So about equivalent to 36 pints of tomatoes in one shot that we have processed. And somebody asked me, where's all our canning jars? Well, we've been using them. Melanie did a bunch of vegetables throughout the season this year as well, most of which we did not record. Sadly, Melanie got a lot of flack on her channel last time she did some canning, even though she went according to the Blue Book. So she is no longer showing that on video. Sad, but that is, that's how it is. So anyway, she canned a lot of stuff this year. So we've got a lot of cans put away for the winter. I don't even know what all she did. I know she did a lot of green beans and stuff, but I'm not even sure. And a lot of mincemeat pie. She did 2 or 3 batches of mincemeat pie already. So we've used all our jars, and I read one time it takes 300 jars to feed a family throughout a year if you're going to can like this yourself. Anyway, I'm going to get this video going for you and get it processed for you. And we'll talk to you later. Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Processing our garden harvest this year. Mom just put our homemade ketchup. We're having hamburgers, and it looks just like ketchup. The coloring in this house is odd, at least on my display. It's ketchup. I mean, it really is. It's just because we made it, I think it's so cool.